Tēnā koutou katoa, tolo palava. I'm Susana Lepoamo, Manager of Family Violence, Sexual Violence at Te Puna Aonui. I'm here with Sue and Kerry from Ara Poutama, Aotearoa, and we're here to talk about the workforce capability frameworks. Kia ora koutou.
Kia ora. Ko aura ki tuku maunga, ko wai makariri tuku awa, ko takatimi te waka. Ko uriwiri tirikatini te tangata, ko kaitahu te iwi. Ko tuahiri tuku hapu, ko tuahiri tuku marae. Ko himira ko bebli puring tuku mātua, ko suwhiring tuku mua. Kia ora sana, I'm the Senior Practice Advisor in Ara Poutama, and I have been on the Workforce Organisational Group in Ohu Māori for quite a period of time. So thank you.
Tēnā tātou katoa, ko waio, ko takitemu te waka, ko whakapuna ki te maunga, ko wairo ho pūpū ho ningi mātangi rau te awa, ko Ngāti Pāhau wera te hapu, ko Ngāti Kahanunu ki wairo te iwi, ko Kerry Dougall ahau. I'm the Chief Maori Health Officer at Ara Poutama. I've been in this role for almost 2 years. And have previously worked in community around family violence in the refuge sector.
During your time working on the workforce capability frameworks, they were given from the Progressive Design Group as taonga from the specialist sector, and we had quite a few discussions at the time about the relevance and the importance of that taonga for generalist workforces. So, as part of that journey and part of those conversations, how did you come to realise the importance for Ara Poutama?
Well, we realised that everyone had to have essential and knowledge and skills to be able to work together and be able to understand the different roles and responsibilities that exists within Ara Poutama. And that we needed to provide some form of continuity of support and care. So developing the essential level knowledge and skills moved us closer to having a shared understanding and shared language. So our organisation works with people who have either inflicted violence or have trauma and violence histories. So it is imperative that our workforce has an understanding of the impacts of family violence.
Some of the work preparing for embedding the workforce capability frameworks has been driven by a need to understand the principles of the frameworks. So kotahitanga, kaitiakitanga, mahitahi, ora and koimahi. How did you use these principles to be able to begin to develop that shared understanding within Ara Poutama?
Having these courageous conversations enabled us to talk about the aspirations of oranga for our people and make the connections between the framework principles and the vision, principles and values of Hōkairangi, which is our strategic focus in Ara Poutama, and particularly the value of humanising and healing. So since then I have had several hui with leaders and managers continuing to socialise and share the principles as a way of preparing the ground or the soil for the knowledge and training that would be coming. So, there are a number of teams here that I have introduced those principles in a variety of and creative ways to start thinking about where do their teams sit in relation to that principle, and it could be part of their team planning, which has invoked a lot of discussion around what they perhaps previously thought and where they really need to expand their thinking and really putting people at the forefront, and that's been exciting. It's also being used to develop practice leadership frameworks in different spaces in terms of the umbrella. Are we aligning to what these standards are telling us we need to be? Is our mahi doing that as well as a foundation? It's also being used as a self-awareness tool as well in terms of what we need to be considering. So it certainly is an exciting space and as a starting point.
Yeah, that's great, and there's lots of application, right? As you said, across the 10,000 strong. Yeah. I think the focus also, to oranga is something that you're leading out on in your role, Kerry. Can you talk more about, I guess, your understanding about how these frameworks could support the mahi that you're doing?
Sure. So like you said, and like Sue's, described quite well, that Ara Poutama has an active role to play in leading out these frameworks, especially with a 10,000 strong workforce. Ko tahia no te kaupapa ko te oranga o te iwi is our organisational whakatauki or purpose. and being that there's only one purpose to our work, and that is the wellness and wellbeing of our people, which is our staff, all of our workforces, and also the people that we care and manage and their whānau. And so I see within the oranga hauora space that it's all interconnected. The whole wellness of a person includes the experiences that they've had in their life, but also the opportunities that we can create for change. If we have a really well supported workforce who are very well equipped and have access to training, then we're able to support our workforce to support the people that we care and manage, which will give significant outcomes for them as individuals, but also for their whānau as well. Always remembering that they are going to be reintegrated back into their communities, and so whatever it is that we can do now to support them with their reintegration, then it will benefit all of New Zealand in terms of being able to support the intergenerational solutions for our people.